Hi everybody, going to do a quick video about a Nooie Cam 360. I just picked one of these up. I like Nooie products a lot. I have a whole bunch of their Wi-Fi outlet modules. I like these because you can fit 2 modules per outlet, which is nice, unlike many of the other ones where you can only fit 1. So I figured I'd give their camera a shot. I have a few IP cameras, and I just kind of like the look of this one. They had a coupon on it, so I figured give it a shot. I've been running it for about 2 weeks. Wanted to make sure I knew how it worked before I did the video on it. And in those 2 weeks, I have to say I'm pretty impressed. But first, let's go over what's in the box. I saved the box. I didn't throw it out. There's the this is what it comes in. Nice little cardboard box. There's the information on the back. Model IPC 100, 5 volt 1 amp. FCC ID. Shenzhen Apeman Innovations. I wonder if these folks are the same company that make those projectors. Not really sure. And then their website. So this is what comes in the box. There's 2 of these holding the camera. Kind of see like that, and they're wrapped up in plastic. It's not just loose like this. And then you get your paperwork. First, we get a little card here that tells you how to join the Nooie Club. And it looks like if you need accessories, they have them for you. So give them a review, get a 60-day return for free, extended, new products to test, and a free gift. Ooh, if I get around to doing this, I'll maybe update this with whatever the free gift is. But we'll see. I'm not going to cross my fingers on getting that done. Anyway, let's look at the manual. They show us what's in the box: the camera, power adapter, cord, and then a mounting kit. The mounting kit I did not take out yet. I wanted to look at that. Let's see. Oh, and here's the plastic. That's the bags that everything was shipped in. But let's look at the mounting kit. We have 4 screws and 4 anchors, maybe. Let's see. Yep, 4 screws, 4 anchors, and these aren't too bad. I mean, they're not super, heavy duty, but we're only hanging, just this little camera up. And then it's got the little lock-in base on the bottom. You can see that just kind of slides on like that. Oh, that's pretty cool. And then you can click the wire in. I assume that's what that's for. That's what it looks like. And then that will then be mounted to whatever surface you screw it into. I do like that they give you 4 screws in case you mess up. That's considerate of them. Let's finish looking at the manual before we get into the camera. I like this. They say vertical rotation, horizontal rotation. And then rotate it up, and then there's the SD card slot. Hopefully get a little better image there for you. Just pushes right in. We have a status light here. Okay, and the microphone is that little hole. Oh, pardon me. That little hole right there. And then the reset button. I haven't had to use that yet, but it's good to know that it's right there. And we have our wall mount. And then customer care information and warranty. And then how to set it up. They use a separate app than the normal Nooie outlet app, so you need to install the Nooie camera app. That's fine. I kind of suspect the camera was made by somebody else, and then Nooie is selling it. This kind of looks like a lot of cameras I see. So, but we'll see when we get inside if we see anything telltale. But they tell us how to hook it up here. We're going to plug it in. We're going to wait 15 seconds. We're going to add the camera. through the app. I'll show you that actually. We're just going to skim the manual here. Our light indicators, solid red, flashing red, and then all the rest is in French, it looks like, and then Chinese, and I thought I saw some German. Yeah, there's some German. I assume that's German. Pretty sure. So, not a whole lot really to see in the manual. The nice thing about these smart devices are they're kind of self-explanatory if you use the app. Oh, and then we got some stickers. We've got a Nooie sticker here. Yeah. And then their label, and then live with style and ease. I like that idea. But first things first, let's do some technical checks on it before we set it up and then tear it down, because we are going to take it apart. First things first, let's check the power adapter. Let me get my extension cord here. The power adapter, it's a travel charger, and it says it's 5 volt 1 amp, 100 to 240 in, so just a generic 5 volt, charger of sorts. And we'll get my little tester. Let's make sure, let me go to a bigger font. Let's see. No, I don't care about the settings. I want to go to the big display. Let's see, can you guys see that? Not really. Can't really see through that. Now we'll go with this one. This one seems like it's easier to see. So we have 4.8 at 0 amps, which is kind of weird. I expect to see something higher, but I wonder if this needs a load to turn on. So I want to see if this is really 1 amp or not. That's kind of the reason I'm doing this. So let's plug in the load tester. Let's see, we're drawing about 270 milliamps, 500 milliamps. Oh, getting almost up, 1 amp. And it jumped right to 5.2 volts. So this must be a power supply that turns on when it senses a load. Let me bring the fine up here and let's see where it drops out at. Oh. So it looks like it's around, 1100 milliamps, 1.1. Yeah, so it's good to about 1100 milliamps, which isn't too bad. Get that load tester unplugged and let's see what the camera draws. Plug the camera in. And let's see, it is drawing 60 milliamps at the moment. 80. There we are, 130 milliamps at 4.9, 5 volts. There we are, it finally just really started. And I don't know if you can see it, but the camera is now waking up and spinning around. So let's see, its stall current, or the amount of current it pulls when it's stalling, is about 500 milliamps. And this is good information to know in case you ever want to build a battery pack and do a solar setup to run one of these cameras. You kind of want to know how much power it draws. So sitting, and it's probably going to start beeping soon. You can see the front lights flashing. Looking for the network. And it looks like it's standby or just sitting is about 200 milliamps. Let's get it paired to the phone and see what happens. So let's see, let's get the phone out and we'll click on the Nooie app. we're going to add a camera. Oh, actually, you have to be on your 2.4 gigahertz network, so I'm going to switch to that. I have a separate router just for IoT things, so I'm going to go to that network. Alright, and here's the different cameras. So we have the Cam 360, so we're going to click on that. And we do not have the red light. So I'm going to reset. Let's see, I'll just use the back of the screw. Alright, so it said if the white light is flashing, hit next, so I did. And I have the password in there, so I'm going to do next. And now it's pairing. Essentially you just follow the directions. It talks you right through it, which is very nice. And sometimes it'll do the QR code, and you point the phone with the QR code at the camera reads it, and then it learns the Wi-Fi settings. In fact, once this pairs, we'll do a full reset on the camera so that we can see how it works from scratch. In fact, you know what? I'm going to do that now. We're not even going to bother. Let's see. Reset the camera. The screw won't quite do it. Let's use this probe. Oh yeah. Alright, that's what I wanted to hear. And there's our red light. That's what we want. So reset successful. Red light is on. I wish it wouldn't show that password, but that's fine. Alright, so now we can connect to the Wi-Fi. Oh, let it finish waking up here. I did do a reset. And then I'm going to need to point this QR at it, and then it'll know what the Wi-Fi information is. When the LED indicator turns steady white, please go to the next step. Right now the camera's just finding its limits of travel. There we are. We'll point the camera at it. It's not turned steady white yet. It's flashing white, but we want it to go steady white, and then I'll click next. Oh, it's almost at steady white. Oh, that's a good noise. Steady white. And now it's pairing. Alright, now I can name it. And I'm going to name this one Garage. You can see, here we'll go this way, you can really see it. Look at the full screen. And you get the idea. Look at the screws in the back of the work area. Let's look at the soldering iron. There it is. Let's see, can we see my thermal camera? Yep, there it is, and my meter. So, it's pretty good. So, let's go back to the main screen. And this is what the screen looks like for the main screen. It looks like we can turn that camera on and off. Yep. And then we can turn it back on. And this does have an SD card in it, which is good. And then here's all the settings we can play with. We can turn on and off the status light. audio recording, motion tracking, so it'll follow. When it sees movement, it'll follow it. Let me see if I can. Yep, see that? So I was trying to follow my hand. Let me synchronize the time, and then it does have night vision, which is nice. And then I am using an SD card, but you can also do cloud storage. And the cloud storage costs weren't too bad. This is currently what they are. For 7-day playback, it's $5 a month. Oh, pardon me. 15-day playback's $10, and then 1 month playback is $19 a month. And let's see, if we do it yearly, here you are, $55 a year for 1 week playback, $100 for 15-day, and then $188 for 30 days. So I haven't signed up for any of these. I'm not sure if I'm going to. It's nice that they offer it though, so that's pretty good. So now that you see how the camera works functionally, let's do what I am really curious about, which is seeing what's going on inside of it. Get my little USB meter out of the way. So let's see what is inside and what we need to do to get it open. I don't see any obvious fasteners. So usually when you don't see obvious fasteners and there's a rubber ring on the bottom, usually that ring will expose some fasteners. Let's see, yep. 1, 2 fasteners so far. Let me just set this ring out of the way, because I do hope to reinstall it. And I have some screwdrivers. Let's get those 2 screws out of the bottom. I expect that this is going to come apart from bottom to top. And they say designed in USA and made in China. Let's see, those screws are loose now. Nothing. And here? I feel like there's a hole in the middle, but I don't want to just punch in case I need that QR sticker. Let's try. That's a thick sticker. Well, it's a good thing I looked. That's just a mold mark, so that sticker can stay on. Oh, looks like I just got to give it a little extra love. Can we pry on the bottom maybe? There we go. So it was just kind of clipped on. Around the edge there's clips, so you just give it a little push. And then now we're inside and we can really see the primary working components. So here's our power board, USB, micro USB for power input, and then let's see, there's our speaker, and there's an LED on the front, and stepper motor for this way. What's that? Left to right translation, elevation. Alright, then next, to get into the top, what's going to come out? Do we want to take the big screws out or the little screws. Let's go with the little screws first. Come on. The first one I took out was put in a little too hard. It still had plastic wrapped around the threads. Then we'll go to this one. I'm hoping to not unplug all of this. Yeah, alright, good. And then we'll, as I keep bumping the camera with my head, let's unplug that wire. I'm gonna just kind of set this. Here's the base. Just gonna set that over here. You can see it sits on there, and it's got a it's got a nice bearing. Bearing and end stop. So that's how it goes. Okay. So then, is this just, probably have to take those, and take these three out so that it unlocks the bearing. I'm trying to see if I have to mark this, but it seems like it's all molded together, so I probably don't have to. Yeah, that's all this, that doesn't really matter. So now, this I believe feels like it'll come up. Let's get. Come on. There we go. That just slides right off. This is molded into the plastic. That's good. So that sits on here. And then that center part spins and that moves the rest of the camera. So let's see, I'm going to set that over there, and next we're going to pop out these screws. Have the last screw. So I'm wondering if this shell is going to come off, and then we'll have the camera and then the guts. It's not moving. Be latched in somewhere. Yeah, it was just kind of stuck. Again, 4 clips, and this is keyed. There's a notch right there that lines up with that right there. And then there's the black assembly holding the camera. Alright, yeah, we can take that cover off. I'll just set that back here. And then here's the actual camera itself. It's inside here. So let's split these halves. I'm going to leave the screws in there and make it easier to go back together. And now we can look at the actual camera. There's the front half. It's nice plastic, polycarbonate and ABS. Nice. And then to get inside here, yeah, we've got a couple holes. Alright, then that comes apart. Then I'll unplug the motor. It just got a little 5-volt stepper. This is what we wanted to look at. Here's the camera board. Trying to see if there's any identifying marks. Tell us anything about the manufacturer. It does say IPC 100. So this is probably not like a Xiaomi or something. It's probably actually a real, you know, it was designed in the US for Nooie. So it's pretty good. Software revision, I'm guessing. There's our configuration EEPROM. I don't know what that is. It's a, that's probably the brain, because it's connecting to here. And then this is going to be motor control here. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, that's motor control. And then the camera will be on the other side. Let's see, will it pop out? Or we have to take those out? I'm not doing that. I don't want to get any dust inside the lens, so we're going to stop there. That's as far as it's going to come apart. But I think it's pretty obvious, get this stuff out so we can see it, that this is actually built very well compared to a lot of the lower priced security cameras that are out there. I would say this easily compares to the Wyze PTZ cam, which looks like it's hard to get right now. Or maybe it was the cubes that was hard to get, you know, the static Wyze cameras. I primarily use those, but I'm always looking. And the picture quality on this is really good. So, you know, if you want to get one, if you're looking for some IP security cameras, wireless, that you can check on your phone. These are not viewable on PC, you know, with the normal way. You can't go to their IP address. You'd have to have like an Android emulator, I think, or RTSC maybe. I forget. But if you just need a camera that you can look at on your phone that is not ugly, because I got to say the form factor is not too shabby. It's not unattractive. My wife did not just immediately try and throw it in the trash, so that means it's not too bad. So yeah, if you want one, I will put a link in the description, and if you have any questions about it, let me know. I don't really plan on doing any more with the this. I do see it has a serial connection, I'm assuming, being this is ground TXRX and 3.3, but I'm not going to be doing anything with that. But I will make sure that if you need a screenshot of the circuit board for some reason, I will get it nice and close so that you can do that. and see all the connections. Got our test points and whatnot, so hopefully you paused it and saved it there, because now I have to put it all back together. Otherwise it's not going to give me very good video on all these pieces. But I'm going to put it together off camera. So instead of droning on further about this, we're going to end the video. And like I said, if you have any questions, comments, whatever, put them down in the description below. And as always, thank you for watching.